What's up, everyone? This is TechMan5150 here, and I'm going to do an update on the Beam Central Vac. So let's pull the phone away from this sign here, check the stream on my computer to make sure everything's working. And then in just a second here, I will get to showing you what I want to show you. I have no sound here. Can you hear me okay on here? Can you hear me okay before I walk over to the central vac? Or did this thing shut off? Okay, I guess I'm gonna... Enough with the sound check then. Thanks for telling me. So, when did I get a Beam Central Vac? Well, I got it yesterday from the vacuum store. So here it is. I did a stream of this yesterday, and midstream the motor died and the thing just wouldn't run at all. Now, I knew this when I was hanging it up, that the motor had issues, and because it had bearing noise, but I figured, well, I'll just run the motor till it dies and replace it, because I got a brand new motor with the central vac. But midstream the motor died. So I had to end the stream and I replaced the motor. And now it works. So it's alive again. And another thing was, I couldn't seem to get this plate to work. Now, I thought it was an issue with the wiring. It was actually a bad plate. Inside this plate, there's actually a couple springs under the screws. In fact, I'll pull this out here. So underneath these screws, there's springs, and then inside there are pins. One of the springs inside the plate was broken, so I ended up going to the vacuum store and getting another plate. Put this back into place. So I ended up replacing the plate, and I hooked up the wires. And now if I open it up and stick the hose in, of course I don't have, I kind of need two hands to get this thing securely in there. I twist it in. So now, when I open this up and stick the hose in, it comes on. And there you go, it works. So all the issues I had with this thing on the stream yesterday, all the issues are fixed. Now it's got a brand new motor in it. I put another plate on it for the hose, and all is well. And all for $100. I bought this thing used. Basically got this hose for free because it's an old crappy hose. And also, TurboCat. I didn't even show the TurboCat off yesterday. So, I did have to spend some time. I gave it a good cleaning with a Brillo pad and some rubbing alcohol. Took it apart, oiled the bearings, cleaned the brush roll. And, I got this thing thrown in with the central vac as like a free item because this thing is used. It's pretty beat up even though it doesn't look at it. This wheel here is completely cracked and broken here. So, over time, this wheel will probably end up breaking apart. But for free, I really can't complain. And another piece of plastic broke off. When I took it off, I also found this inside. This holds the bearing in place on one side, and I found this, so it's got some broken plastic inside. But you know what? For used, even though this thing was really nasty looking when I first got it. I gave it a good wipe down with a Brillo pad and everything else, and it looks pretty good. But if I don't plug my phone charger in soon, I'm going to end up having a dead stream here. Because, yeah, Streamlabs eats up my battery in like maybe 20 minutes or less. So yeah, that's a TurboCat. And I know these things are $100. That's why I got one used. Or, he threw it in for free because it was an old, used, really beat up TurboCat with issues, but I fixed it up and made it work. I didn't get any wands, though. Those wands are actually from the Model L Electrolux. So yeah, the central vac's working, brand new motor, new switch plate, and it's all good. So now what I might do is, let's mount this on the tripod. I'll break out the Turbo Cat and I'll try it out. Except the hose is not long enough to actually reach throughout my whole basement, which if you missed the last stream, look at all this space that's down here. That's another thing I've been doing, is trying to clean out the basement. That whole area over there behind the sheets where the air hockey table was, you couldn't even get to the air hockey table. It was completely covered in boxes. You couldn't even get over there. So I cleaned everything, restacked all the boxes, and rolled up the sheets now so there's more space. And yeah, now you can actually play the air hockey table over there. Not like anyone plays it anyway, but you know, it's there. Anyways, let's throw this in the tripod. And I guess we'll give that Turbo Cat a little bit of a run. A little bit of a test drive. So let's go get out the Turbo Cat and the hose. It's working good. Of course, this is about as far as the hose is going to go. Got great suction for a permafilter central vac. So yeah, everything is working really well now. Pneumatic vacuums have better airflow than a central vac. Except now I guess I should probably explain why I even got a central vac in the first place. This is not piped into my house. There's no piping at all for a central vac in this house. The reason why I got this is because of the whole COVID-19 pandemic we're in. I'm unable to work in the vacuum store because of this pandemic we're in. So much like a lot of people, I'm starting to work from home now. But in order to recondition vacuums here, I needed something with a lot of power to clean out vacuums. So that's why I bought this beam used. So I can take vacuums home from the vacuum store and recondition them, clean them up, and bring them back. In fact, I actually cleaned up an Electrolux earlier, and I returned it to the store today. Just by, I happened to be going out in that area, so I dropped it off. I didn't have any time to, make any videos of it or anything. But it's too much of a pain to make videos of vacuums I'm reconditioning for the vacuum store because... First of all, it's boring. If I streamed it, you'd be watching me doing this basically the whole time, Brilloing down a vacuum with a Brillo pad. So I don't usually stream myself reconditioning vacuums or cleaning them just because I'm doing this for work. It's not really for my channel. So, I kind of have to be fast and get through these, quickly. If I'm streaming, that slows me down. But the Lux I actually have two of these things. Again, this is not mine. It's from the vacuum store. It's an LE Electrolux. And yeah, this is one of the vacuums I have here that belongs to the vacuum store that I have to recondition and clean, go through the power head, yada, 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 clean it up. And on top of that, there's 8 more vacuums out in the garage I have to do. There's 2 Kenmores, there's an upright Electrolux, there's 3 Oryx, and then there's a bagless Eureka and a Panasonic. And some of them need parts, and again, it's a pain to stream all that. So I don't even bother streaming myself doing all that because it's a lot of work. And, I need to concentrate when I'm, doing stuff that's work related. But yeah, that's why I got the Beam Central Vac. I have no plans of actually piping this thing into the house for a long time. I basically got this thing to use for work purposes, I guess, to clean out vacuums. And to maybe clean the basement here. But that's the story on why I even got a Central Vac in the first place. Plus, I guess I just kind of wanted a Central Vac. But I'm not exactly a big fan of these permafilter designs because, let me explain, See, the Beam Central Vacs are actually bagless. Instead of a bag here, your stuff falls to the bottom of the dirt cup. Then you got this filter here. But the thing with these filters is, you got to clean these things with another vacuum, or you got to take them out, or you got to take these things outside and blow them out with an air compressor or a shop vac that has a blower function. If you don't do that, then these things are going to get dirty and you're going to lose suction. When I first got this thing from the vacuum store, I kept it outside and I flipped it upside down, got out the shop vac, and I started blowing out all the dust. And I was blowing this thing out for what feels like an hour. And dust kept pouring out of this thing like crazy. Like, it was so crazy the amount of dust coming out of this thing when I was cleaning it. But, after about maybe an hour or so of blowing it out with the shop vac, it eventually did clear up. And then after that, I did that stream and then the motor died and I replaced the motor. But, whatever. It works. And it works really well. All for $100, which, the vacuums that I'm reconditioning for the vacuum store are going to pay for all that. But, of course, I'm an amateur. I cannot do all this one-handed. Okay, it is on. And just so you can hear what the new motor sounds like. Here, brand new motor. It runs. And hi, Sean's repairs and reviews. So I really don't know what else to say. All the issues that this thing had on the last stream I did are fixed. And now I don't know what else to talk about or what else to show off. Because I basically did what I wanted to do. Wanted to give an update on this thing and that I fixed it and it's alive again. And now I got something really powerful to clean vacuums out for my vacuum store. So that's pretty much it. I don't know what else to talk about or what else to say here. No, I've never bought a used rigid shop vac. Yeah, the shop vac that's in my garage is actually a Craftsman shop vac. I think it's like a 4 or 5. I actually don't know how many horsepower it is. But yeah, that's what I used to clean out this Central Vac when I first got it. And this thing works pretty well. Of course, I'm more of a fan of any vacuum that takes a bag over bagless vacuums because bagless vacuums are a pain. You got to clean filters all the time, and then you got to clean dirt cups, and then you get dirt in your face. And I don't like bagless machines, but the thing is, because of this COVID pandemic, I was talking to the person I work for at the vacuum store, and apparently, the vacuum store isn't technically closed, so to say. I just, you know, I have to be careful not to get the virus because I have asthma, and that could, you know, that could be a serious consequence if I, you know, somehow got this virus. So until this whole thing clears up, you know, I'm working from home. That's why I got Beam Central Vac. But whatever. I'm happy with it. Yeah, I don't know what else to talk about. Maybe I'll just end this because I don't know what else to talk about here. I already showed the main purpose of the stream anyways. So anyways, that is the Beam Central Vac. And here is my Turbo Cat. Meow. Yeah. Turbo Cat. So anyways, I guess that's basically it. I don't really have anything else to say here. So I'm just going to end the stream. This is not really supposed to be a long stream. This was basically a quick update stream about the Central Vac and that I got it working and everything else. It's all good now. And, you know, I'm also doing well myself. You know, I'm not sick, so that's always a positive thing to say. So I guess I'm just going to end this. So thanks for all watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you all later. Can I do a video on my entire vacuum collection? Actually, I kind of already did. If you look at Vacuum Cleaner Madness video that I did, that was another stream where I showed off all the vacuums. In fact, you know, the vacuums are actually over here, most of them that I have, except it's kind of dark over here. But yeah, those are actually most of the vacuums I have. You know, there's a couple upstairs, like there's an Electrolux Epic upstairs. Yeah, it's too dark to see the vacuums. But yeah, there's like a bunch of them here. There's a Kirby 560, there's a Dyson DC07 Animal, some Dirt Devils. I actually did get a couple different vacuums in since I did that Vacuum Cleaner Madness video. So at some point I will probably do a stream. I find it easier just to do live streams than actually sitting down and recording videos, because if I record a video, then I have to edit the video, then I have to proof watch the video, and then look over it a whole bunch of times. And whereas when I do a stream like this, I stream for like half an hour or whatever, and then there's a new video on my channel, and I don't have to sit and edit videos or do anything. That and it's entertainment for other people, I guess. Of course, I keep knocking out my phone charger, which this thing will be dead in a matter of seconds. It was like at 65%, and then I accidentally knocked the charger out and it went down to 48% in like a couple minutes. Yeah. Anyways, I'm going to end this now because I've already done what I wanted to do on this stream. So thanks for all watching it, and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you all later.